Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Sunday, July 16th. I'm going to show you the garden and I want to talk about it a little bit as well, okay? So we're gonna I'm gonna go over here first. And these are the zucchini here and the cucumbers are here. I'm gonna pull this aside and show you. You can see right there. The strap is in the way, hold on. There's a nice big old cucumber right there. Well, not real big yet, but it's getting there. And there's another one right there. Hold on a second, I'll pull this so you can see. Right there it is. So we're starting to, there's another one there. Actually, that's a weed, so that can get pulled out. Alright, so they're coming along. We got cucumbers on there. Now the zucchini, let me see what I can show you. We got a lot of blossoms still going with the zucchini, but if you look in here, let's see, there's a small one there. Let me go over here. I mean, this is just freaking crazy how this has grown up. But we got a lot of zucchini down underneath, so you can't really see them that well, but there's a lot of zucchini. So if you're looking at the tomato plants are huge. They're really doing well, and so we're gonna go in here. So this one here had kind of already fallen over, so I put a stake in to hold it up inside the cage so that it would be better. We'll go through here. But yeah, look at these freaking guys. Now I planted 3 different kinds of tomato plants, okay? So, and the onions are freaking doing absolutely fantastic. They're growing like freaking crazy too. Now here's one of the pepper plants here. There's another one there. That's the tomato plant that decided not to make it, so I don't know what happened to him, but these other ones are more than making up for it. If we go down the row here, you can kind of, yeah, there gives you, look at that onion right there. I mean, the onions are just freaking doing fantastic. They're doing really well. There's another one of the pepper plants. I don't know how well the pepper plants are going to end up doing, just because, you know, the other plants are so freaking high. I think they might be crowding out their sun. I'm not sure. I mean, like that one there, he's buried back in between these 3 tomato plants. But I'm not sure. We'll see how that all works out. But as you can see, everything is growing really well. See if we can't look from this side into the zucchini. Yeah, there's you know, there are a lot of blossoms. There's definitely zucchini in there. They're growing pretty decent. I'm not sure what we're going to do on the peppers, but the tomatoes are growing like crazy. The onions are doing fantastic. There's a blossom right down there on that one. But yes, we got the one buried back there, the 2 here, and then the other pepper is here. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, you know, if we don't get any peppers, we don't get any peppers. You know, obviously this year we just did a smaller garden, a little bit bigger than I used to as far as the tomatoes go, just because I wanted to do canning this year. Hold on a second, there's a weed over here. I'm going to take this right out of here. Okay. So yeah, that's what we got going on. But so I got to actually water. We haven't actually had rain in 2 days, which is a freaking shock. But so now talking about the garden, I have been gardening pretty much since I was a kid. I grew up on a farm, 72-acre farm when I was a kid, and we did it all as far as back then. Then my grandparents, they always had an acre garden every year, And the one thing I learned very, very early on, okay, soil is everything. Now, you guys have seen me dig the holes over here, so you see that the soil on this part of the property is not really conducive to growing, okay? So what I did was I had a bunch of dirt that from when I was in Rochester. The town of Greece used to give away compost every year. So I had brought a lot of that up here, and that pretty much was like the first 2 inches in the garden. And then if you go back and you look when you see when I planted the garden at the end of May, what I did then was I had Bill, my bulldozer guy, bring me in a truckload, and it's like the black rich dirt, but what it is, it's a combination of straw and cow manure, okay? So that went down, and that was probably like 4 inches thick of that, and so then we planted, and as you can see, you know, we've had a very wet summer too, so that makes a difference too, and but the freaking garden has just been, it's taken off really, really well. Cucumbers are coming well, the zucchini's doing well, the onions are fantastic. I just think that the peppers, because of the fact that they're kind of hidden more now that the tomato plants are so big, that might be an issue with that, but I don't know, you know, like, we'll see what happens, but we're rocking and rolling. So somebody asked me, what do you spray in your garden, what do you help to make it grow, what pesticides do you use? I use absolutely nothing, okay? I plant the marigolds. As you can see, there's one there, there's another one there, there's another one up here. I plant them around the garden. That helps with pest control, okay? It's always something that my grandparents always did, and they said, whenever you plant, make sure you put in the marigolds. Makes all the difference in the world, and it does. It helps keep the pests down, and as you can see, the garden is thriving. I've used no kind of pesticides at all whatsoever, okay? So that's what's going on. So the garden is doing really, really well. Like I said, when I'm done with this video, I'm going to water, but yeah, it's rocking. It is absolutely rocking. I'll take you out front in a minute here, and I'll show you the apples. Actually, I'll take you out there right now. I'll show you the apples and stuff. But yeah, so there's that. That apple tree right there, and that cherry tree. I got to get a fencing around them to keep out the deer from chewing them down. Those 2 trees have been eaten by the deer. So now, all the weeds, as you see, are way overgrown, and I know that. My lawnmower crapped the bed on me, and my neighbor hasn't been home the last 2 days. I was going to ask him to borrow his lawnmower, but he hasn't been home. So anyway, I'm going to show you up here first. Now this tree right here is on the other side of the street, okay? But look at all the apples up in there on that tree. You can see, if you look, in all kinds of apples on that tree there. And come over here. You can see all the apples here. If you look up higher, lots of apples all through there, all up through there, all kinds of apples all through here. So we're going to have a good amount of apples this year, and so they're going, they're rocking and rolling. So that's not a bad thing in itself. So like I said, it just takes time. We've been harvesting more raspberries, and pretty much eating them more than anything else because they're so good. But you know, next year what'll happen, and I'll just tell you how it works with raspberries, and if you don't know, especially like with the wild raspberries, they'll just overtake everything, okay? So with our back area over there, the raspberries will just continue to grow, and they will take over that whole area back there, which is exactly what I'm going to let them do for right now until we decide to do something with them. But I love that. I love wild raspberries. I mean, raspberries, period, in general. So let's talk about the solar for a minute. You know, we have good days and we have bad days with the solar. And one of the things that I think I'd mentioned it in another video, people had asked me, you know, should you add more batteries now? And what my explanation is, okay, basically on a cloudy, crappy day, like yesterday was more of a cloudy day yesterday, okay? And we pulled in a total of 4.2 kilowatt hours for the entire day, okay? So like obviously right now the sun is still hitting the panels. It's hitting these ones better than it's hitting those. So I'm going to take you into the building and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But I want to make sure I'm at a point before I put in more batteries where even on a crappy day, I'm in absorption mode. So actually my first thing that I'm going to probably do is I want to add at least 2 more panels into that rack there. I want to get another rack built for these guys. And once I have that done, then I'm going to see where we're at, what kind of production we have, and then, you know, we'll just kind of go from there. So I'm going to take you guys in here into the building real quick. Alright, let's see. So today was not completely sunny, but it was not too bad. So far with this one here, we've pulled in 3.2 kilowatt hours today, and with this one we've pulled in 2.3. So combined we've pulled in 5.5 kilowatt hours on a day. They're both still bringing in power at the moment. Batteries are in really good shape. So, you know, it's not been straight sun today. Let me turn that, hold on 1 second, guys. It hasn't been straight sunshine today, but I'm really pleased with how much more power we're bringing in with the new panels. And, you know, obviously the new panels are set at a summer angle, which we are in summer right now. These guys here are set more of at a winter angle. So, you know, I have to, what I got to do when I build my next rack, I got to make it so it can be adjustable for summer or winter. That's what I definitely have to do. But the introduction of the new panels has absolutely been tremendous. It's made such a huge difference in our production of what we've brought in. And it's making life a lot easier. And you know, that's what it's about. Like I said, it's not having that instant gratification. It's working towards it, and once you reach that next goal and you make that next, you know, thing that you're striving to do, and when you get there and it happens and it's like, oh yeah, you know. The day that we hooked it up, I was like a little kid in a candy store. If you look at the video, I was really excited. But I knew how much better things were going to be for us power-wise once we put in the new panels, okay? And I just think about if I had 2 more of those right now, if I could, but I can't do it right now, but I will be at some point. But if I put in 2 more panels here shortly, you know, I definitely want 2 more before the snow flies. Hopefully that'll happen this year. We'll have to just see how things go, but it makes all the difference. I mean, it's like when you see that gradual, because here you got to remember, I don't know, a lot of guys are new to my channel. So when we first moved up here, we started out with 3 solar panels. Okay, so we had 750 watts, and I had a 12-volt system. And that following spring, when I realized how apathetic that was over the winter, it was horrible. I mean, it was horrible what we brought in. I completely revamped my system with the help and advice from Bill and Rosa Off-Grid. Bill has been instrumental with helping, you know, get me going from a 12-volt to a 24-volt system and giving me really good advice back then. And so we went and bought 3 more panels then, so we went from 750 to 1500. So last winter, obviously, we had 1500 watts. And so the production in the winter up here is very bad, okay? So I knew I needed to obviously continue to try to increase the solar panels. So this spring I ended up, when I got my tax return, we bought the 4 more panels. And so then we just got those up. So now we're at 2,520 watts altogether. And we're just going to keep, you know, my goal this year was to double what we had. So I had 2 more panels, at least 250 watt panels. We're going to be over 3,000 watts, and that's where I want to be for this year. Next year, I'll continue to work on it, you know, adding more, you know, getting more panels, and just methodically working at it. My goal, so some of you will probably ask, what's my goal? My goal is to get to at least 6,000 watts, okay? That's my ultimate goal. If I have 6,000 watts, I think that might really get us through winter better. And so that's what I'm trying to strive for. Right now, this time of year, with what we have right now, we are doing awesome, okay? 2,520 watts, we are cranking now, okay? Really big difference. But the thing is, when winter comes, that's not going to even be close to enough. So that's why my goal is 6,000 watts. We'll see how that all pans out, and we'll get there eventually. But so anyway, that's my video I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to show you the garden and you know, show you how that's doing. And like I said, it's absolutely tremendous. And I want to talk about the solar a little bit for all the new subscribers that, you know, haven't really seen everything that we've done and why we're doing it and how we're doing it. But if you're going to do a garden, guys, soil is the key. Soil is everything. Unless you're doing aquaponics, then you use stone, obviously. But that's a whole different kettle of fish. So anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off of here for now. Remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every day, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. And remember the other thing, guys, STD. One step at a time, one thing at a time, one day at a time. Whatever your goals are, whatever you're trying to reach, you can do it. The only person that can stop you and hold you back is yourself. Nobody else can do that to you. Okay? So hang in there. I hope everybody had a really nice weekend. We went and picked up Eddie, so Eddie is home. And so that's what we're just kind of hanging out. Heather doesn't feel so good today, so she's kind of chilling. But so now I'm going to water the garden and get this video up for you guys. And I will talk to you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.